Hello students, I am Dipali Devi, your geography teacher. Today I am going to discuss about the last part of the second chapter, Interior of the Earth. In our last class we discussed up to the mantle core, the materials of Earth first, like that, the difference between rocks and minerals, types of rocks, igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, like that. These are the difference between igneous, sedimentary and metamorphic rocks. The in last part of this chapter, the brain buster igneous and sedimentary rocks undergo changes to form metamorphic rocks. However, we primarily find both fossils and fossil fuels in sedimentary rocks only. Explain why fossils are not present in igneous and metamorphic rocks. Only the sedimentary rocks. Already we noted how igneous rocks are formed, the sedimentary rocks are formed, the metamorphic rocks are formed. Igneous rocks are formed as a result of the volcanoes, the melting magma coming out from the interior of the earth to the surface of the earth as volcanoes as a result of the extreme heat and pressure from underground. These are this melting magma coming out to the surface of the earth along with some acids and fire. When this molten magma coming to the surface of the earth, it turns to solidify and turn into the solid form. Some portions are lying on the surface of the earth and some are going just deep inside the surface of the earth. Then these two formation of the igneous rocks known as the extrusive igneous rocks and the intrusive igneous rocks. These igneous rocks, when after many years, then these are cracked and weathered by rain. Some portions are broken away, and these are carried away by rainwash, by flood, by wind, like that. Some other factors carried out, along with some the waste materials, the dead animals, the dead plants, the branches of trees and leaves, like that. These are carried away by these agents like wind, water, flood, like that, and deposited in some areas. And these are mixed with the soil in layers. So this is known as the sedimentary rock. And these are turned into the rocks with the heat and pressure, like that. The metamorphic rocks also formed from the igneous and sedimentary rocks when these are extremely heated and as a result of the pressure or temperature, and these are turned into the metamorphic rocks. These igneous and sedimentary rocks turn into the metamorphic rocks. Next we see the get to know diamond is the hardest substance that occurs in nature. Diamonds are transformed crystals of carbon that have been subjected to intense heat and pressure. Scientists, diamonds is a very precious stone. It is very expensive in our society, but scientists believe that this process took place millions of years ago, deep inside Earth. Over passage of time, diamonds moved towards Earth's surface in the molten rock or magma and harden to form rocks. Diamonds are mostly found in rocks called kimberlite. They are found largely in Russia, Australia, and several African countries, including Botswana and South Africa. Diamonds are used in jewelry. We are making our ornaments. That it is not easy for the general people actually. The the rich people they make the ornaments by this precious stone diamond. Uses of rocks and minerals. Early humans used rocks and stones to make implements and tools for hunting. Fire was also discovered. Striking stones. Rocks are used in building roads and houses, for example, granite, marble, sandstone, and slate. Some rocks contain shiny crystals like gemstone and diamonds. Uh, these are naturally having shine in their stones, which are used to make jewelry. These crystals are rare and therefore called precious stones. Rare means it is not found in everywhere. Sedimentary rocks are storehouses of fossils. They tell us about the lives of animals and plants that have become extinct. There are some parts of the dead animals. These are storing inside the sedimentary rocks. When these are extracted, these fossils are extracted from these sediments. Then we are able to, the scientists are able to say that some animals are going to be extinct, means these are going to be finished from the earth. They are disappeared from the earth. Rocks contain metals like iron, aluminum, and manganese, which are used in modern industries. Silica found in sand is used in making glass. Silica. Potash, nitrates, and phosphates found in sedimentary rocks are used to make fertilizers. Minerals like coal and petroleum are used as fuel. They provide power for industry and modern means of transport. Soil contains minerals which provide nutrients for the growth of plants. Soil contains minerals which provide nutrients for the growth of plants. Everything to grow a plant, the plant needed the vitamins and minerals like us. So they need food also. So the soil contains minerals which provide nutrients for the growth of plants, which are needed to grow a plant. Then everything is present in that soil. The rock cycle. There is continuous formation and destruction of rocks taking place on Earth's surface. This continuous process of transformation of old rocks into new ones is known as rock cycle. I repeat the sentence. The rock cycle means there is continuous formation and destruction of rocks taking place on Earth's surface. This continuous process of transformation of old rocks into new ones is known as rock cycle. That means from igneous rock to sedimentary rocks, sedimentary rocks, igneous and sedimentary rocks formed metamorphic rocks like that. Again, from metamorphic rocks, we will get the igneous rock again and sedimentary rocks like that. that this is the process. It is ongoing process that the first and foremost the primary rocks, the igneous rocks are formed. After that the sedimentary, then the metamorphic. Like that, the again the destruction rock taking place on Earth's surface. The continuous process of transformation of old rocks, the breaking down the old rocks turn to the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary and igneous rocks together form the metamorphic. Again, from metamorphic, we will get the primary rock also like that. This is the ongoing process. It is known as the rock cycle. Molten magma cools. It solidifies to become igneous rocks. These rocks break down into small particles and are transported and deposited by wind, water, etc. to form sedimentary rocks. When igneous and sedimentary rocks are subjected to tremendous heat and pressure, they transform into metamorphic rocks. Like that, the igneous rocks, first and foremost, igneous rocks are formed. After that, the sedimentary rocks from igneous rock. Then, the igneous and sedimentary rocks are going to be the tremendous means great heat and pressure. They transform into metamorphic rocks. Under extreme heat and metamorphic rocks melt again to form magma. The magma cools down and solidifies again to form igneous rocks. Thus, the whole process starts again and transforms rocks from one type to another. These are the systems of the rock cycle. Can you see the picture? After that, these are the questions. Then we have to do the answer. I will give the question answers in extra in extra and the exercise questions also I will send you. After that, lesson at a glance. Earth is made up of three layers: crust, mantle, and core. These are the most important lines you should keep in your mind. Magma is the molten material under Earth's crust. Rocks are the solid part of Earth. Minerals are naturally occurring solid substances having a definite chemical composition. Rocks are classified into three types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Fossil fuels are fuels like coal, petroleum, and natural gas that are stored in the rocks. Rock formation is a continuous process. The process of transformation of old rocks into new one is known as the rock cycle. So these are the main points from this lesson. You should read at home and keep in your mind that this much for today. Then I will start another lesson, another new lesson in your next class, and I will give the question answers to you also separately. So this much for today, and thank you to all.